So recently we did a little vote on what series I should do next, and the results are in. I wanted to thank everyone that's posted a suggestion, and I've actually discovered a couple of RPGs I've never even heard of before. So without further ado, let's go through the results and see which setting has won.
So here we are, and I've made a nice little pie chart of all the results. The first quarter all got 1 vote each. Now, there's a couple of interesting ones on here. There's a few D&D source books and the Age of Antiquity Kickstarter, but also some areas and themes from Faerun, like the Faerun holidays, which is actually quite an interesting idea. There's the idea of a soundboard, which is kind of cool, but not really my thing, I'm afraid. Kingdom Death is in there, which I've done 1 or 2 for previously. Also, Wildmount is in there. Now, I won't be touching that one at any point, I'm afraid. That's Matt Mercer's IP, and as far as I'm aware, he has a deal with Syrinscape for the sounds, so they're already being made the way he wants them. Next up are a few more D&D sourcebooks. Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Rime of the Frost Maiden, and Descent into Avernus. I think Frost Maiden would have more votes if it was already out, but if it goes down well, then I'll likely do one of those in the future. The Dungeon of the Mad Mage is definitely one I'd like to do, although since I also play D&D and I plan on playing that, I kind of don't want to spoil it for myself, so you're going to have to wait until I've played it before I make a series for that one. Descent into Avernus. Now, I did consider doing that one previously, but having done the 9 Hells series, I kind of figured it would be a bit of an overlap. Let me know if I'm wrong there, by the way. Next up is Eberron. Eberron is a really cool setting, and I'd definitely like to do a series for that at some point. I honestly thought Vampire would be a top contender, and it has done well, but just like Ravnica, it didn't do well enough. So, we're on to the final 2, which, to my surprise, actually tied. So Ghosts of Saltmarsh and Call of Cthulhu. 2 brilliant settings. Saltmarsh is a D&D sourcebook with boggy marshland, villages, caves, creepy stuff, cults, and fish people. I love creepy, and it would be super fun to make that one. As for Call of Cthulhu, I'd interpret that as Arkham and the surrounding areas of New England. That would be Arkham itself, the Miskatonic University, the library, some of the shops, some bogs and caves and creepy villages surrounding it, some cult lairs, maybe even a speakeasy. I'm a big Lovecraft fan, so that would be really cool to explore.
So, that's the choice. Saltmarsh or Lovecraft Country. Personally, I love them both, and screw it. I'm going to do them both. But the question is, which one first? I'll drop 2 comments below. One for Saltmarsh and one for Lovecraft Country. Put a like on whichever one you'd like to see first, and whichever one gets the most likes in, say, a week, wins. Also, if you want to put some comments about what you think you'd like to see within these soundscapes, drop them in the comment section below. It would be really interesting to see your take on what these places sound like. What sounds are there? How busy are these places? What creatures live there? What is everyone up to? What's that weird sound in the distance? Well, let me know in the comments below. As always, hit like and subscribe, check out my Patreon and my Bandcamp page, and I'll see you guys next time.